Hello, everyone. Welcome to the MovieJar podcast. Um, Today, if this comes out on time, I doubt it will
It
because of
will.
how much. Oh, really? Okay. Never.
I'm
Sorry. No,
determined
anyways,
to,
um,
for once.
I'm yeah. This episode has been delayed a lot for many reasons. Um, of course, we hit the moment that we hit record, my dog starts barking. Um,
Yeehaw.
I will be right back. Hold on. Stop the recording, Kai. This is fucking ridiculous.
No, I'm keeping this.
Yeah,
I think I'll keep it.
this is content, bro. Come on.
So,
That was the moment I start recording, you should start laughing.
Oh yeah,
I
but
love just hearing them
as-
in the background.
aside from the argument I had with my brother, and he still didn't hit 6,000 calories. I refuse to believe it. 3,500, I will admit.
Why are we bringing this
However,
up again?
I'm going to make vague threats of violence towards my animals. Anyways, hello. Sorry.
Oh, no,
Shall
Peter,
we shall we continue?
Yeah, Peter, this is for legal reasons. That's a joke.
Man, Peter can suck my dick.
Mm,
Hey Peter.
Peter,
Hey
the
Peter.
boss is here.
Sorry. Alright.
Peter,
Hello
the
everyone.
Akira slide is here.
Shut up. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Movie Jar podcast. This week we'll be me. Akira.
Akira, leave me alone.
Sorry, I would make a very high-pitched noise. However, I'm very sick at the moment, and of course, this is the week that is my movie. Yay! If you haven't watched the previous episodes, go do that. But if you still aren't going to, because fuck
Do
us, I
that.
guess. Hello, I'm Cameron. I'm a child educator, so I get sick very often, and that is why I am losing my voice.
Yippee.
Yay, but fuck it, we ball, I guess. Alex?
He's gone.
Alex is gone.
dead.
Alright.
No. My headset was muted. My headset
Ha
was muted.
ha ha. Alex ain't here. What?
Alex?
Alex isn't here.
No,
Alex is
my name is
Oh.
Alex.
Can't hurt
My
me.
name, my name is Alex, and let it be known, at least we don't put this shit on a Patreon. I am
Not yet, anyways.
I am a 3D
Wow.
modeler and animator who is slowly getting the will to work again back.
Yippee.
Kaya.
I'm Kaya. I just finished my semester of uni and I want to die. I love film school. I love film school. I love my job. I love my job.
Job's a job.
Chris.
Oh.
Do you,
Brother.
do you have anything to introduce yourself with?
No.
Okay, Christopher,
checks
I'm going
out.
to announce this now. I see that you are playing Curse Forge, which tells me that you are playing a fucking Minecraft mod, and I know that that is Crazy Craft 6. Get off of it. We are recording.
I can multitask.
No!
No, but
Oh, you
every
fuck.
single time
This is
I
a-
can hear your click clackety keyboard.
Yeah, we can actually.
But
It's
also,
very
no,
annoying.
that's not my reason. The reason that
my
I am
reason.
crucifying. Okay, this is my episode. Shut up. The reason that I'm crucifying Christopher is that you need to be locked in because this is a space baby movie.
Why though? That's the opposite of what I want to
I don't want to
do.
be locked
Yeah,
in
well,
for a
too
Space
bad.
Baby movie.
Come on, Chris. You can do it. Pave the way. Put your back into it. Tell us why. Tell us how.
Anyways,
Oh my
Now.
god.
Fucking lose it at you.
Zuckerberg.
Anyways,
what movie
did
we watch?
so
I want to lift
this
you
week,
up and
last
throw
week,
you.
yep, that's the movie we watched.
2
No,
weeks.
2 weeks ago. Good lord, thank you for the buffer episodes. We watched my most. I'm hesitant to say I like okay. We watched Akira. Akira is it is so close. It is a constant fight between Mad God, 2001: A Space Odyssey, and Akira for my favorite movie of all time. And I think they're all so different to me.
Oh, fuck.
I know, shut up. I know that you're all gonna say they're space baby movies, you creeps.
Yeah.
But
Tell
to
me I'm
me,
wrong.
they are very different.
Yeah.
And they feel very specific niches. Anyways, now there is something that I want to clarify. For those who know Akira purely through one very specific meme, that one, leave me alone. That one. Um, that is possibly the worst version of Akira to watch slash experience.
Which is the one that Chris and I watched.
I'm so glad I watched it in sub.
And that is the only one that you can find legally without having to pay. Um, very, very legally without having to pay.
Yada yada yada. Harakiri episode. Yada yada.
Yeah, go watch the fucking
Harakiri,
Harakiri
Harakiri.
episode. Oh, sorry, Kara. I didn't think Harakiri gripped you that much. Anyways, I'm throwing
Huh?
shade for no I'm throwing shade for no reason. I'm sorry.
What did I do?
Um,
I liked
tier
the
list
movie. What did I do?
The tier list episode has made rifts within this podcast that we will address in a later arc.
Capitulate.
So
No.
Capitulate is a
you've done-
banned word, Chris. How dare you?
You're on
To the
cooldown.
audience, capitulating.
You're on
Capitulant.
cooldown.
Capitulate.
Now, okay, enough with the fucking capitulation.
Plot of the movie.
Don't fucking say it.
Plot of the
Anyways,
movie. What is
the plot of the
Akira?
What is the plot of the movie, really?
Can you please? Can you
okay,
please
so-
tell us what the
so-
plot of what we watched was.
Capitulate. The chant of the
Chris,
masses.
shut up.
Okay, so the plot of Akira is that there is a so World War III happened, right? And therefore a third bomb because fuck Japan, I guess. A third bomb, which was much more devastating, than anything else that the world has ever seen, hit Japan, and it hit Tokyo specifically, meaning that the new Tokyo, known as Neo Tokyo, was built on top of a whole bunch of rubble, essentially. This created a very dystopian wasteland, but also gave birth to this what the government basically tried to turn into a weapon, but was just essentially a psycho from 40K, known as Akira. Now, Akira currently, before the very end of the movie, go watch it. This is your spoiler alert, by the way. Everything I just said happens in the first 5 seconds. You see Japan get blown up.
Kaboom.
So yeah, kaboom. Yeah. All of Akira that you see in this film is either a singular frame in a flashback that has the bell gong, the gong ding in the background. Yeah, that one, and of a young Japanese boy, or his body parts. And I don't mean like his arm and leg, I mean like his fucking spinal cord and his nerves. And they are stored
God.
underneath the Olympic Stadium, and call out to they call out to a boy known as Alex. How did this dub refer to them as?
Oh no, Canada.
I hate you.
No,
Canada.
That pains me so much.
It's
Canada.
yeah, okay. Thank you, Kaya. I'm
As-
glad that
as
you
someone
understand
who-
my pain now.
Well, see, no, because I did Japanese for like almost 10 years. So that really
Yes.
hurts.
So Canada had a run-in with a bunch of other psychic people, who they look like
Those
children, but like very old, wrinkly children.
Oh,
my
I fucking
God, I cannot.
Raisins.
Yeah,
Bro,
who
when I
one
watched
of
it, I saw
Alex's
that
favorite.
kid for the first time. I was like, "What is that?" And then I went, Why are you blue?
Oh my god. Anyways, due to this, it birthed psychic powers within Canada, and caused Akira to try and reach out and rebirth them. I hate.
Wait, hold on.
Stop. That is now banned for the rest of this
Wait,
episode
hold on,
before I implode.
hold on. Isn't Kaneda the biker dude?
They're all biker dudes.
Okay, the one who's misogynist.
Which
that
one?
that doesn't narrow it
Doesn't
down.
narrow it down, Alex.
Okay, no, good point. I see the point. I mean, like, yeah, it's Tetsuo. It's speech.
Oh, sorry, Tetsuo.
I thought this was
Yeah,
your
my
favorite
bad.
movie.
It is. I look, okay, I'm very sick, and therefore I can feel my brain pressing against my skull, and it feels like it's going to pop.
Just like in Akira.
Yeah, actually, that's a good. Holy shit, my brain is a fucking Akira reference right now. Yay. This this causes a big mutation when Tetsuo finally meets with the body parts of Akira in the Olympic Stadium. A whole bunch of misogyny and bikers and woo, yeah, the Akira slide, that's a thing. Anyways, Japan nuke number 4, baby, and that's in the movie.
Japan can't stop catching any strays.
It's not even a nuke. That's just how Akira acts. It turns the reveal of the movie is that it turns out it wasn't a third bomb. I also lied to your audience. I'm sorry. It wasn't a third bomb. It was Akira,
Akira.
which is why it didn't look right. It was not a nuclear bomb. Anyways, that's the plot of the movie. You should still go watch it though, please. I beg.
See, this
You
might
got
be
the-
because I had to watch it over a series of like 3 different attempts. But like, what do you mean that wasn't a bomb at the start of the movie?
Yeah, it wasn't. That was Akira.
Huh.
That was Akira's power, which is why the Japanese government did not want him being revived.
I mean, yeah,
Because,
I guess that makes sense.
there goes Tokyo again.
Oh, I do actually remember that now, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, man,
This
I had
movie-
a nap like halfway through it. Like, I paused the movie and took a nap. Like,
Okay, I'm glad that you specified that you paused it
I
first.
did
That would
pause
have
it. I
hurt
made
me
sure
to my
to pause
core.
it first, and then I took a nap.
This movie is genuinely a masterpiece of animation. Every frame is hand drawn, and it is. It pays off. It fucking pays off, man.
Makes me sad that, like, we can't really achieve that anymore because the people who did it are all dead now.
Well, no, we could
like the-
achieve it, but
well,
you know,
like-
capitalism.
And also, like, wasn't his jacket, like the red, wasn't it, like, a custom, like, mixed color or whatever? That's what I heard.
It depends
To
on
be fair,
which.
I'm hearing this from TikTok, so.
I mean, you
this
can probably find a non-dissimilar mix just by fucking around long enough.
look, it's it's. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's a troubling thing to discuss because of it's also something that changes between dubs and versions that you watch due to the way that film is. The actual prints that you see. So yes, on the original print, the very original, it was a entirely custom color that the producers had to basically buy a license just to use to adapt the right color from the manga, which was ridiculous.
Wait,
You could have
Akira
gone
has a
one
manga?
fucking. We will be discussing that soon. Don't worry.
But before we do,
Before
we
that,
do,
I would
Mr.
like to
John,
implore,
would you like to
what
hear
was
our-
everyone's thoughts on this movie?
Thank you, Cameron. Very confused.
Yeah, welcome to Akira.
Just like
Space
the
baby.
movie.
Space baby.
I liked it. Chris,
Huh?
what did you think of the movie?
Space baby.
Yep, that checks out. That's about what I expected as a
Okay, fine.
response. I mean, that was my
It was
response,
good.
so
Also, I'm not playing fucking Minecraft, Alex.
I can
see
literally
that.
see it,
it
man.
was.
We can
What?
we can see that it says playing Curse Forge on your Discord thing.
Do you want me to stream everything on my screen?
No,
Oh.
I'm not gonna pursue this far enough. It was for a bit.
I'm not on fucking. Okay, it was an okay movie. It was very pretty. The overall plot and dub, I think, was not good.
I mean, you can't blame like the dub. It's not
I
like.
can.
I can.
Eh.
The dub was.
I-
I mean, I think that I
I
think
can and I am.
I still have never finished Ghost in the Shell.
It's in the first one or
Also-
like the franchise?
Just
As
the
in the
continual
first one.
sexism just
The-
was very distracting.
Wait, hold on.
I don't
That's
really
that's way
th-
more.
I don't
That's-
really think
that's
there
way
was
more-
that much.
There was a lot. You also don't really go into it, but the fact that like Akira kind of just abuses and then kills his girlfriend without any like development of the character. It seems like there's just a lot of cut that is just not
Wait, sorry,
really-
Akira?
You mean Tetsuo?
not Akira, Tetsuo.
Tetsuo, yeah.
Yeah, that one. I forget her name even because she has like two lines aside from like Tetsuo, which I think is said
What,
multiple
Kyoto?
Like
Like Kyoko or something?
Yeah,
No, it's
something like that.
it's Kaori.
Kaori. I knew it
Kaori.
was a Kaori.
Ah, yeah. I just feel as though she was very underdone, and like her death was just completely missed me. A lot of the female characters are just disregarded throughout the entire film, pretty much. Feels like there's nothing there. They add nothing because they're just not done. So, yeah.
That
Maybe
is
there
a
is some-
that is a very valid critique and is one of the weakest points of the film adaptation. Um,
It's just like Akira.
the manga, which is a lot longer, it's frustrating to discuss these things regarding the story of Akira to me because I know what the story was in the manga itself. However, what was presented on film, yes, I completely agree. It does not give any form of what's the word? Presence, impact to any of the characters. Sorry, any of the female characters other than Kay.
Which one was that?
The old like the
Spy
chick who-
lady,
Huh?
spy terrorist lady.
Did she really get that a lot?
It's the most that she gets. She's the most that gets out of the female characters in this film.
Spy
Play with
terrorist
Kaya.
lady?
The one that Kaneda gets with.
Fucking stop.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the femme fatale turned.
I kind
love
of
interest.
forgot that she existed.
Yeah, me
Even
too.
though Canada already has a girlfriend.
Did he?
Yeah.
These are not good people. I also like. There's no explanation into their backstory outside of one flashback. It's like nothing is made clear as to why Tetsuo doesn't like Kanada, even though they're friends, and he just like fucking kills people for no reason. You can sort of get it as like a little man syndrome, which is fairly obvious, but it's sort of like, some of it is just never explained, and I'm one person for like leaving things in the dark so that the story can take front. But the story never takes front because it constantly puts up these pitches that just don't really work. You know? It's like having a supporting beam, but then putting like some like two-ply there. It just doesn't work. And you're always looking back at it and thinking like, what the fuck was that? Is this shit gonna break? Yeah, this is breaking. Okay. It just doesn't work.
I don't know. I think that it was fairly well set up. I mean,
Yeah.
the like I think it was fairly well set up because it was set up that through the flashbacks and through the way that Tetsuo interacted with him, that Tetsuo feels as if he's the inferior um to Kaneda. Um See, I didn't do it that time. He feels like he's the inferior to Kaneda, and he feels as if Kaneda has all the girls, all the everything that he could ever want, and because of that, when Akira starts to, break him and whatever, he starts to go on to his base urge impulses that push him to eventually start killing people because he finally feels as if he's in a position of power over other people, and the only position of power that he's ever really known has been ones which use force and violence against each other. It reminds me of Megatron's arc in Transformers 1, how
Oh my
Hey, I
god,
haven't seen it
wait.
yet.
Wait. I hate that you're right.
yeah,
I literally just rewatched it in cinemas yesterday. I hate that you're right.
it's a really good film. I haven't stopped thinking about it over a month.
Oh,
Um,
that's a reason why I convinced the others to watch it with me after we watched Venom.
Look, there's a lot different regarding the story from the film and the story from the manga, and it feels like it's frustrating because it feels like you have just taken a slice of what happens. You've taken multiple vertical slices of cool shit that happens from the manga and then not given context. And that's my biggest issue with Akira, but I think I don't know. To me, I've been plagued by the fact that I now know the story because I can't forget that context. I now know underlying meaning towards these things, so I find it very difficult to evaluate it at a surface level without that prior. Not sorry, surface level sounds very condescending. Um, without having that background knowledge.
yeah, you're perpetually cursed with knowing what the true intention was, and therefore it's hard to view it through any other lens.
Yeah, exactly.
Kaya, what were some of your deeper thoughts about this film? Because I feel like you and I actually might be similar on this. What did you think on the animation?
Um, I don't know. It's very well animated for a film released in the 80s. Um, I don't know what. I don't really have any thoughts on the animation.
Damn, okay, never mind.
Well, I mean, I can talk about it through a cinematography lens, but that's not exactly relating to the animation itself.
You
That's
know
more
what? You know what?
related
Yeah,
to
let's
the
let's do that. Let's do
photography.
that.
I
Let's do
mean,
cinematography.
there's definitely a lot to be said about the certain camera angles of certain things. Like, basically, so prior to watching this movie, I had only seen, and I know I said last time we talked about this, I'd only seen one scene. I had actually seen two. I didn't realize that it was an Akira scene until I watched the movie and I'm like, hey, wait a minute. I did the Leonardo DiCaprio. Um, but basically that scene where is it Tetsuo or is who's anyway where he's in like the hospital
Yes,
and
Tetsuo.
yeah, and he's like seeing the the kids as like the toys and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of that is shot from like first of all, there are a few Dutch angles in there. Oh my god, Sam Raimi. Um, and but a lot of it, and I actually mentioned this when we did that assignment, Alex. We had to analyze a scene, right? So a lot
Mm-hmm.
of the time, camera angles where they're from a low point, like you're on the ground looking up, a lot of it is meant to sort of act as like you're the smaller person, and like a lot of time if it's looking up at a character, it's meant to be like they're like intimidating and they're bigger and scarier, etc., etc. It puts the character in front of you in more power than the audience or the character who you're seeing the POV from. And I don't know, they do a lot of that sort of stuff, which I mean, when you think about it, it sort of makes sense. But like the use of it during the scene where he's, you know, starting to lose his mind a bit. It's sort of like a way to show that with like show not tell, kind of. I don't know. I'm kind of rambling a bit.
No, that makes sense. I mean, okay, I'll say what I thought on the animation as the token animator. Drum roll, please.
I'm not giving you a drum roll.
Oh man,
No, pick up.
not even in Okay. Um. Well.
We're not fixing it in post.
Oh man. Well, I thought that the animation was a good 80-20 split on good and sometimes a little bit iffy. Um, I think that it's incredibly commendable, if not a little bit insane, that they animated every single frame whenever they could.
Wait, so is it on ones or?
Pretty much, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's so for people who don't do animation in the audience, how animation is categorized is in reference of on twos, on fours, on threes. This is the general idea that not accounting for adjusting for different actions the characters do and for speed of actions and whatnot, the character should change pictures every, like, if it's on threes every third frame, if it's on twos every second frame. Akira is on ones, which means that they did a whole new drawing every single frame.
Audience, please note that the standard frame rate is 24 or 25 frames depending on the region.
And I think Chris and I did the math that was like into the hundreds of thousands of like.
It was about, I think, 200,000 something.
Yeah, around 200,000 individual drawings for this one movie, which in some cases it works pretty well. Again, you've been spoiled already, so I'm just gonna say it. The final scene where Tetsuo turns into the big scary flesh monster.
Oh, nightmares.
Yeah, that's animated incredibly well because it's on ones, the fluidity of being able to animate every single action you're seeing. It's not only is it technically amazing, it's like it perfectly shows the churning and the oozing and
The squelch.
the squelch. That's a good word. That's a good word, Chris. The squelch. The squelching of this horrific monster, and also his pain, because animating on ones can often lead to some very interesting expressions because you do all the tiny micro expressions in it, and seeing a giant in pain flesh baby animated on ones is not something I will ever forget.
There's a reason that scene traumatized me as a kid and was the reason I never watched the movie until now.
Yeah, well, I love bringing up trauma, so,
Barra Trump.
no.
No.
Oh my god.
Get out!
Get out of my head. But
Get out of my skin.
Literally.
Relevant. Holy fuck.
So for the most part, I did find it interesting that they did it on ones, because in those cases it worked really well. My only issue is they kept doing it on ones like all the time.
That was the
which
entire movie, so.
Yeah, it was the entire movie, which meant that when the characters were just talking, they were hyper expressive and they were doing things because they had to be doing things. Otherwise, the person who would have been drawing it would have actually gone insane. I mean, having to draw just two people having a conversation, 24 frames per second, the conversation lasts like 2 minutes. It's like a couple hundred drawings of not much happening. So all the characters are really expressive. All of it's so incredibly smooth to the point where it kind of becomes a little uncanny. Maybe it's because I'm so used to like twos and threes animation where there's a little bit of like a break between those things. But I don't know. It does look a little uncanny on the parts of the movie where it isn't just action, action, action. So that's one of my only complaints about the animation. I do think they could have just scaled it back there and maybe gone to twos. But otherwise, I would say, yeah, it is a bit of a shame that because of the way that production lines don't work, um, because the way the production lines don't work anymore, most animation studios aren't willing to do fully committed 2D animation on a large scale anymore, unless you're in Japan. But at that point, you're asking to be, abused.
Whoa, hold on.
Blue Lock season 2 was animated by only one person.
Jesus Christ.
That's why it looks like shit.
I could say something, but it would be
JJK.
very okay. Yeah, JJK is a better example because who the fuck watched Blue Lock?
A
Anyways,
lot of people watched the first season.
yeah, I know. Sorry, I see sports anime and I'm like, oh yeah, my brain turns off.
Anyway.
I mean, yeah, that's my only thoughts on the animation. They have massive foreheads, which I thought was very cool. I thought that was a cool stylistic choice of adding massive foreheads. That really helped me as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Really helped me with my massive forehead to feel comfortable knowing that Mr. Akira himself has a massive forehead and still could be Vegeta.
Because he's not Vegeta, man.
Could he be Goku?
You're look, he couldn't be Vegeta because he's not Vegeta. He's just jealous.
He looks like Vegeta.
But he's not Vegeta.
No, but he's Vegeta.
No, he could never be Vegeta because
Alright,
Vegeta's Vegeta.
Rot.
It is.
What are some key points of contention we could use to get content out of this movie?
I mean, I don't have a point of contention. But
I want to. Oh, sorry, Kai.
Sorry, Kai, go ahead.
Well, I mean, I was just gonna like bring up the fact that it's one of the founding, things of the cyberpunk genre. Not exactly founding, but it's one of the ones that definitely kick-started it. I did a tiny bit of research when I had to do my we had to basically write like a pitch deck as a funding application as an assignment of a web series, and I picked a cyberpunk sort of thing, and so I did some actual research into the genre. And I mean, look, so it started in the 60s and 70s, right? With this thing called new wave science fiction. But then, you got, the original Blade Runner, you got Max Headroom, and you got Akira all in the 80s, which was all what sort of cemented it as a genre in the the general populace, because, Blade Runner, kind of big. But like,
Who the fuck is a Blade Runner?
what is a Blade Runner?
Who is Harrison Ford?
Blade Runner. I've seen things you people wouldn't believe.
Oh, shut up.
And basically the whole foundation of the genre is low life, high tech, and I mean that's pretty well shown in Akira. It's one of the main things that people will draw inspo from if they're going to do cyberpunk, especially in terms of aesthetics. Like, China and Japan are just in general, especially, Tokyo, and there's this one city in China called, oh, hold on. I have it written down here somewhere. Chongqing, and it's basically, and also Hong Kong. Those are the cities that are like sort of like the definition of like cyberpunk aesthetic. So I mean, yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this.
No. I see the vision. I see the vision. I'll let Cameron speak on that one since this is your autism. Go on.
This is my neurodivergence. Yes, in terms of the cyberpunk thing, it is actually one of the founding pillars of the cyberpunk genre. You are correct about that. In terms of bringing it to a much wider audience, cyberpunk was kind of a thing prior to Akira. Um, but Akira was one of those things. Um, it's what cyberpunk was to the year 2020 that Akira was to the cyberpunk genre in the 1980s. In terms of making a huge thing regarding the cyberpunk genre and making things like synthwave and all that sort of thing happen and come to a much closer, um, much more into the cultural zeitgeist. Uh, and obviously we got the fucking Akira slide, so
Akira slide.
the fucking Akira slide. We literally have Jordan Peele putting the Akira slide in Nope.
I want to make like a
So
video
far.
that just has all of the like
There
just a
is.
compilation. Yeah, but I want to make my own, Cameron.
So
Tier list of
the
every Akira slide ever.
the other thing that I like, there's a few other things that I want to
Akira
discuss. Um, fuck, no, we're not doing that. I don't care if it's for a bonus episode. I'm not joining.
Why not?
Because I will have bad opinions compared to you. Sorry, not bad, hateful. Um,
I hate you too.
oh, thanks. We are very good friends.
Yeah,
Anyways.
we said that we're just four very mentally ill people who give cookies to people. We never said we were friends.
No.
Definitely not a tier
Um,
list episode. I have blood.
I do want to
I don't have
specify
beef with anyone.
how different the manga is as a story because you're condensing a 6 volume story down into an hour and 40 minutes.
Hmm.
And then you're having to change that story on top of that to actually make it coherent. And for those who have seen the film,
Did they
coherent
achieve
is
that?
coherent is a word that you can take a lot of liberties from.
Okay,
Um,
I'll be real. The film wasn't that bad. Like compared to some other esoteric films you've had us watch.
Yeah, I don't think it was all that confusing or anything.
okay, compared to the story that is the manga, it is really fucking confusing.
Well, see, that's
Um,
because you've read the manga.
like yes, no, what I'm saying is that like for example, Kaori is
Yeah.
is not Tetsuo's girlfriend. Did not go to high school with him. Was introduced in fucking volume 4. Was one of his sex slaves for Tetsuo's new Japanese empire, I think it was.
whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. This is what the Great Tokyo Tetsuo had basically made by that point in the manga what was known as the Great Tokyo Empire, which is what you saw the start of with all the those anarchist uprisings, right?
Oh.
Yeah, and then Tetsuo goes to the fucking moon.
What?
I
He
love
pulls
the
a
moon.
he pulls a fucking
He pulls a space movie.
I just oh my god, I just realized he pulls a fucking Dr. Manhattan, but instead of going to Mars, he goes to the fucking moon. Um and basically just spends some time there and then comes back and it's like, oh yeah, oh shit, Kaoru got shot to death by government officials. I'm gonna go revive her in Akira's chamber. And then fails, causing a second explosion.
A second
This is the sort of
explosion
difference that
hit
happens
Tokyo.
regarding the manga and the story and the anime. So yeah, when it comes to taking liberties from the story of the manga to fit it into an hour and 40 minutes, they had to do a lot. Basically making Kaori, who is actually a lot more important of a character because on top of being what started off as a sex slave, became basically a abusive Stockholm syndrome relationship of Kaori being Akira's babysitter for
mean,
described as a babysitter, more like a caretaker, and was the only thing that was holding Tetsuo back from going full baby metal throne mode on the entire world rather than just that one Olympic arena. And then she got shot to death by government officials after Tetsuo went to the moon for a little bit.
What
Yeah.
the fricky dicky?
Yep. It's a fun time, and that's why we're not going to discuss any further about the manga.
I do think that's Chris. What were you gonna say?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. I will say, I guess there's something interesting there in what do you do with when you're adapting something. It was something I was thinking about earlier today for no reason at all. But which was like when it comes to adapting something, there seems to be like this weird seesaw that you have to balance between adapting something perfectly from the book, but if you do it too perfect, you actually won't get it perfect at all, and people just tell you to go read the book because it's better. Or
I have words. I have many words to say regarding that topic, but
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games.
V for Vendetta, but like, um, I do also find it interesting how if you then try and change it too much, sure, you could end up with a Starship Troopers situation where you make a classic that's like completely different from the book. Um, but like also you could end up with a Halo TV show. So it's so it's like
I
where's
thought
the
people
line?
liked the Halo TV show.
I did at first, but then it just kind of when it became mid. I liked it because it was attempting something a little new. Me personally, I edge.
Oh,
Period.
Sorry. I edge more towards the you should try and put a newer spin to it because when it comes to something like Halo or something like I don't know this, I'm okay with reading a manga. I read comic books. I'm okay with the pictures not moving. Um, and when it comes to other things like V for Vendetta, I'm okay if it's different because it's like, well, it's a completely different medium, and I don't think you could really adapt the original source material one to one to screen because there would be significantly less investment, and it would make significantly less sense. Like when you go to adapt a comic book or a manga to the screen, or a book, just for that, you kind of have to redo a lot of things. Like comic books, for example, are a good one because they can be very incoherent. Uh, or frankly, trying to adapt one-to-one comic book panels to the screen is not something that is actually very feasible outside of a medium like animation. Because a comic book panel is made for literally anything, right? A comic book panel could be a 1 centimeter by 3 centimeter small drawing, right? And that would be that would just be a panel. But a screen is built for usually 16 by 9. Every single picture has to fill the screen, which, I don't know, it is a little bit different from the manga style of things and can actually alter the length of the story. So I'm kind of okay that they changed it because that sounds like a lot of things that they would have had to do all on ones, all for probably around 3 hours if they actually made it. I think the story they tell with Akira now is okay for a movie.
Like, uh, yeah, it's very frustrating. Not only because there are these are very different characters, um, that are called the same, but also because there are these differences that just change the story a lot. Mainly because, like, for a big example is the fact that the biker gang that they were fighting at the very beginning, the clowns.
The clown people, yes, iconic.
Yes, so the clowns were actually running a drug selling business, and that's why they were fighting. because they wanted to steal the drugs off of these people and make the money instead. So but the reason that this was important in the manga was because these were the drugs that Tetsuo requested as a like painkiller prior to realizing that it was actually Akira in his head. And that kind of like preordained um the whole thing of the encounter with the psychic child, fucking old dementia ridden baby, and Mr.
Things are
Mafia boss,
so ugly.
mafia boss gangster baby.
I love that
Um,
stupid baby.
oh
Those
my
things
god.
were so
Um,
ugly.
and then
Oh,
that later turns into the bikers basically treating him like a deity after Tetsuo comes back to them with his Akira powers. And then being like, hey, make me more of this shit before I kill you because it's the only thing that suppresses this horrible fucking mutant arm. And then they're like, oh yeah, that's not normal. I guess you're a god. And then they just start fucking
Reasonable
they fucking
assumption.
treat him
Gods
like a
mean
deity and worship
everything.
him, which is how the initial part of the Great Tokyo Empire and the Anarcho uprisings happen over Tokyo. But
Catch like you're
you,
a god, I guess.
well, I mean,
Average reaction.
you see that, and you also see one of those people's, um, you know what happened to the people in the hospital, the guards? They got their heads fucking like popped like balloons.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Like
not
what
just their
happened
heads,
to
their entire bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just happened to one of them.
Oh.
That's was like, hey, fuckers, watch this. And then they're like, oh shit, that's a fucked up looking arm. Guess we gotta do that. Never looking behind them because they know what the fuck just happened.
We're gonna move on from that one.
Yeah, and then they're like, hey, we can't make those drugs anymore. We've run out of shit to make them. So he just beats them to death with that arm. He doesn't even use his powers, he just beats them to death. 1v20. But they don't want to fight him because they're like, oh shit, if we fight this guy, he's just gonna use his powers. We're just gonna let him beat us to death, I guess.
Huh.
Yeah. And then Tetsuo's like, oh shit, I like having this sort of power over people. Great Tokyo Empire. And then he goes to the moon. Anyways, that
What a jump in story there. And then he
yeah,
goes to
it's
the moon.
no that happens a lot later. But I'm glad that they still held final um the final like throne in the Olympic Stadium part of it. The actual clarity between Tetsuo and Kaneda before Tetsuo, the that has that happened to him. Um, there's no way to describe it. It's other than yeah, that's happening. Oh, that's gross. Oh, good lord. Yeah, there's a final moment of clarity that goes a lot more in depth, but I'm glad that they kept that final confrontation nearly in full in the film after now reading the manga multiple times, mind you. I'm a fucking loser. Um, and Kay is the one that pulls Kaneda free, but like barely and nearly accidentally pulls Tetsuo out instead because it's like that little final bit of greed of like, hey, save me! I'm a little bitch boy. I swear I'm a little bitch boy. That doesn't happen in the manga, in the anime, sorry. Which I kind of actually like that change. Other than that, the dub difference. Would we like to discuss that?
Should Chris and I speak on this as we were the ones who actually endured the full length of the shitty English dub?
The shitty one, yes.
Okay.
Oh,
You know what, Chris? What did we think of the English dub? What did we think of fucking the what is it?
Akira.
No.
That was the good part.
That was the good part. What was the constable guy? Like the superintendent. Fucking superintendent from The Simpsons gets absolutely blown away in the sewers.
Yeah, I swear that guy was fucking from The Simpsons, dude. Like, superintendent. Oh, fuck, I forget his name.
Seymour.
Seymour.
For context,
The
Kyle,
horrible Alice, looking entirely in your kitchen.
for context, Kaya.
I don't think I
there
want the
was-
context.
Okay, cool. What else happened? So then the rest of the dub was just kind of mid. Of course, there was the cardinal sin that made Cameron stop watching it, which was Kaneda. And they all say Kaneda. It's not just one voice actor.
I
It's
mean,
all
that's not surprising given this is from
Canada.
like the 80s.
you would think that have one person in in a job where your job is to simply just take what's already been written by someone and just translate it. You'd think that when someone's redubbing over it, they would be like, hey, this is how you say the name. But no, they all just collectively agreed, yep, the name is Kaneda. Kanada's voice acting is kind of mid, I'm not gonna lie. He isn't very, he's not very good. That's not a discredit to the voice actor.
That
It
sounds
kind of
like a
is.
discredit to the voice actor.
Okay, well, it kind of is. He didn't give a lot.
It's giving nothing.
Yeah, kind of. He was very quick in his delivery, which meant that a lot of what he said I didn't quite catch. And then what else was there? What were some standout moments for you, Chris? Because like there was Mr. Akira Forehead who just became very maniacal and very rushed in all of his speaking at the end.
I didn't really have a standout moment, to be perfectly honest, aside from the Akira. Oh, actually, no. Seymour. Go on, yes, sir.
Yeah, that was funny. Also, the main woman character, really testament to how much they built up her personality since I can't really remember her. Her voiceover was not the best either. Overall, it was just one of those many cases where 80s anime had a rush dub because it was just people trying to make money. And very clearly, Cameron told us there's another English dub out there which is even better, but it's like, why couldn't the first one just be good, man? It did sort of turn the whole experience a little less of the horror that it's meant to be. It kind of turned it into a comedy, because there was that little stupid Italian little fucking raisin stupid child who
you
talked
come to
like
the day of my daughter's wedding.
that little guy in the chair. He was my favorite. I'm giving him a cookie, and he is just so comically Italian coded. Like, I don't know. Whoever looked at him was just like, yeah, this guy right here, yeah, he's he's an Italian American. He's got 2 kids. He works down at the
local
he
deli.
He works down at the deli. He's part of the mob. The kid's voice acting wasn't too bad. Oh, the general and the scientist, Chris. Oh, remember the general and his discussions on basic fascism? Remember how odd and oddly delivered they were? It's a soldier's duty to make sure that he follows orders. I follow orders. It's a soldier's duty. I must follow orders. Those silly bureaucrats, they don't follow orders.
Put your hands in the ground and spread them.
That one was a good line.
That was a good line. That was a good line. They clearly mistranslated something because when they arrest them at the start, like when the military arrest them at the start, they got one random extra just points his gun at them and goes, "Get down on the ground and spread them." And they go, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! I said, get down on the ground and spread them."
I feel like that's what happened in the sub too. I actually don't remember.
It was just so poorly worded. It's like, what are you gonna do to these kids, man? What the fuck? What kind of movie has Cameron made us watch? Overall, I recommend watching it in the dub exclusively for the funny. It makes the whole movie a tremendous comedic experience.
I don't.
You're gonna give Cameron an aneurysm by saying that.
This whole podcast gives Cameron an aneurysm.
It does.
That's true. And
Overall-
we do it on purpose.
Overall, this is a fairly summary of my thoughts of the film. I thought it was pretty good. I think it is one of those things which you should just watch. I'm not usually that kind of person, but animation-wise, it was also pretty big in the Japanese animation industry for changing the game. Granted, I've forgotten a couple of my lessons from the animation history class, but know this, the fact that Akira was as popular as it was, that plus Dragon Ball, really helped cement the Japanese animation animation industry as a global force. So if it wasn't for Akira, we wouldn't get furry Hitler. So
Huh?
getting to the
Okay, well, hey, well,
Huh?
getting to the cookies.
Wait, Alex, what are you talking about?
I mean, like, I'm just saying that if Akira and Dragon Ball had not succeeded as they had, the wider world would not have taken to sort of the Japanese art style way of doing things. The animation industry would not have gotten as big as it did, and a bunch of strange furry games would have never been made because they rely on that kind of art style because it's cheap and easy to make. And furry Hitler. Okay, why are you asking me to explain my point? It's Chris, quickly say something. Say something that's controversial, but not too controversial.
Oh,
Have a hot take on the film. Hot take on the film. Go, 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 go.
Akira is a fascist film.
Oh.
you didn't watch the movie.
I don't know, man. I'm eager to hear him out.
This point was entirely the opposite of what the movie is, by the way, to the audience.
Oh my god.
What do you want from me here?
Oh,
We can just, give
oh.
our ratings at this point. We're done.
That's a good point.
Alex, you specifically requested a controversial take.
That's a good point. No, I'll take it.
Oh, that's a good point. I gave you what you asked for, bitch.
No.
You
No,
dumb whore.
damn, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna start us off with ratings and with cookies. So,
Okay.
How are you now?
yes, I am, because this is one of those episodes, audience, where the film is so good or too good to the point where we are not sufficiently educated enough, nor do we have enough time or brain cells to properly dissect everything. Just go watch it; it's a pretty good film. I would give the tiny little Italian child baby thing, which was my favorite character because I laughed every time he was on screen, the stupid little idiot. I want to give him some amaretti cookies, which are an Italian cookie from Sicily, because that man is Italian and he has a wife and 3 kids and works at the deli.
You come to
Okay.
my daughter's wedding.
Okay, I give this film probably like an 8 out of 10. I actually enjoyed it a fair bit. I could understand the plot pretty well. I thought as funny as the dub was, I did think the story was interesting once we got into the weeds of it. As confusing as it was, I'd say it's a solid 8 out of 10. Kaya?
Should I deafen?
No.
No, I'll give it like an 8 as well.
Yippee!
You sound so
My
unsure.
throat. No, my throat is literally so close to fucking closing up and dying. So anything above this pitch, I can't fucking make out, man.
Of course, that's
What
not
you just heard was me attempting to do a regular yippee.
I'll do it for you.
Yippee! Oh, that's blood. I coughed up blood.
Wait, are
Alright.
you serious?
No, I'm just.
Okay, I'm like, oh. Hannah, man, I would have believed it.
I mean,
Right.
I probably will, but just not yet.
Wait, what cookie would you give out, Kaya?
We haven't done ratings yet, like finished.
Yeah,
them
we need
yet.
to finish ratings first.
Hold your horses there. My god. Chris, are you gonna give your rating?
I'll give it a 7.5. For cookies, I'll give it a beer cookie.
Just the
What
movie as a whole, or?
Yep.
You don't have any standout characters?
Same R.
No, fair enough.
For anyone who watches this movie, highly illegally, but for free, yeah, you know the character I'm talking about.
Or just watch it in sub.
Yeah,
You
which
could.
is better, but
There
then
is
you
a-
don't
there
hear
is a
same R.
there is a simple solution to this.
Yeah, but then you don't hear Seymour.
Mm,
Leave me alone.
same R.
All that.
I just got a
Cameron, what
TikTok.
would you rate this? Cameron, what would you rate this movie out of 2?
Out of 2, now that I'm gonna give you a big fuck you and still say 10.
Okay, good. That's
I'm
even
glad that I'm going back to school.
When the fuck are you going back to school?
Because I'm a teacher, buddy.
Oh shit, yeah, good point. Forgot about that.
Yeah, you fucking idiot. Anyways, now, who has a cookie ready?
Is this your way of saying that you don't have a cookie ready?
No, I do have a cookie ready, but it is a very
Well-
convoluted one.
Well, Alex already gave their cookie.
To the best character.
Same R.
So did Chris.
I'm giving a 12-year-old me who watched those 2 scenes and was traumatized a chocolate chip cookie.
Fair
No,
enough.
That's fair.
Damn you,
I'm
Anime
going.
America, in your top 10 lists.
So, this is a very complicated one. I'm going to give Tetsuo a macadamia nut cookie. And there's a very specific reason for this. There was a collaboration, a joke collaboration between Akira and The Simpsons. Right?
What?
I'm not bullshitting here. And I want now you I'm just gonna be straight with it. The character who was playing Tetsuo in this was fucking Millhouse. So, and I have to give Tetsuo Millhouse's favorite cookie, which is macadamia nut cookies.
I fucking
Purely
hate this.
because of this one fucking obscure joke.
No, I respect the esotericism, honestly.
No, and it's not even confirmed that it's his favorite. It's just because this is a fucking theory
A game
regarding.
theory?
It is a fan
A
theory
film
of mine. film theory, if you will. It's a cinema theory, if you will. Due
Absolute
to
cinema.
the fact that there was a plot of the only thing that is like nearly like the entire thing of The Simpsons is nearly cookie related and like Millhouse and cookie related is that there was one episode of The Simpsons really early on. I did a lot of research into this for no reason, like weeks ago now. Because it would drove me down a rabbit hole. And it was Homer was like, "Hey, don't eat this cookie. It's mine. Fuck off." And then the entire episode was trying to figure out who the fuck ate his cookie. And my theory is that it's Millhouse. I think that little grubby fucking bastard could not keep his hands clean. And that's why he plays Tetsuo. Anyway, so yeah.
That's the reason he plays Tetsuo.
Yeah, it is layers upon layers upon layers. Just like
It's
a
like
macadamia
ogre.
nut cookie if you've ever made one. I'm sick with it and also very sick. I'm gonna go pass out now.
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh wait, no, we have
We need to
something
spin
very
the
important.
wheel.
Lock the fuck in, Cameron.
We need to pray to the wheel for good fortune.
Lock in, Cameron.
Alrighty, predictions.
Give.
Oh,
You come to here on the day of my daughter's wedding, asking to spin the wheel. Look at this stupid fucking idiot.
That's a thumbnail.
no, I'm keeping
Please,
the Akira
please,
slide as
Kaiha,
the
I need this.
No,
No,
the
we're
Akira
keep-
slide's the
no,
thumbnail,
no,
fuck you.
Akira slide is the thumbnail, fuck you, but this is pretty funny.
I was,
Wait,
bro, you know, so I get, or at least I try to get the thumbnails from Film Grab. Do you know the Akira slide wasn't there?
Yeah, I think
You
I
have mentioned this.
Yeah, I'm mentioning it again.
This was literally mentioned last episode.
I'm aware, but I'm mentioning it again.
Okay.
Alright,
Hey,
predictions.
Chris, I'm thinking you want My Hero Academia.
I think he's dead.
Aurora Borealis, look entirely in your. Fucking spin the wheel.
No!
Why does it say I'm on
Done
Curse
yet.
Forge? I'm literally not. What the fuck?
Alex, actually, do you want to shuffle it?
Okay.
Let's shuffle
There you
it.
go, by the way. Here's Millhouse Tetsuo.
That's horrifying. Okay.
I found another panel I saw with Alex's favorite character.
Fucking spin the wheel, goddammit.
No!
No,
It's not gonna be what I want.
No, it could be. It could be
It's
though.
not.
The wheel is very kind. to
Alex,
those who
lying to me to
scary.
give me hope is just torture. And morally
Oh
wrong.
no, Chris, it's more like the rest of us haven't done our predictions. This isn't just your predictions.
Do I even need to say my prediction?
Jujutsu Kaisen. School of
Fucking Conan! There you go.
Rock. Okay. Kyle?
What We Do in the Shadows, the superior vampire movie on this list.
Actually, I wouldn't mind that. Kai, you have good taste.
I'm aware.
And now I don't feel like giving you the credit, bro. Bro, calm down.
Man, I really want to watch Devil Wears Prada. Or in time for at least for us to watch it on Halloween. The episode won't be out. Jennifer's Body.
My Hero Academia.
Perfect for Halloween.
Yeah, it's that fucking horrifying. Anyways.
Wait, have we not
Nah.
watched Shaun of the Dead?
No, we watched Hot Fuzz.
I give My Hero too much shit.
Oh my
Army
God.
of Darkness is also going to be up on my list, but Conan.
Give me the Batman or Superman. That's all I want.
Would you be
Yeah,
okay
it's
with Conan?
Oh my god, I forgot that Ralph plays fucking Akira.
Who?
Ralph!
Who
Like
the
from
fuck
Ralph
is
Breaks-
Ralph?
Like from Ralph Breaks the Internet?
From
No.
Wreck-It Ralph?
Ralph from The Simpsons.
I've never seen The Simpsons.
What?
Ralph Wiggum.
Happen to know a
That is
super-
Akira.
No way.
That is Akira.
Akira.
You know what? Okay, we'll save us from the sweet
No,
hell.
no, no, we didn't get Cameron. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
Cameron said My Hero Academia.
Ah, okay.
No.
Oh,
I
is it
almost got
finally
bent
time? Is it finally time?
No. Okay, that's slightly better. Also, it was like 2 away from Conan the Barbarian.
What did you... Wait, Chris, why did you not want Perfect Blue?
Isn't Perfect Blue the one where they fuck a fish?
What?
Not
Are you
that
talking
I-
about
I'm
the shape
thinking
of
of The Shape of
water, you
Water, yeah.
numbskull?
Oh
What
my
is
god.
Perfect Blue
Oh my
again?
god. I'm gonna actually piss myself.
Ain't
Holy
no way
fuck.
you just...
Oh
ain't
my
no
god.
way you just... Nah.
What's Perfect Blue again?
Bruv,
it's a film
it's
about a
Black
stalker.
Swan, but the original.
It's a film about a
Oh.
It's another animated one. It's another Japanese
Oh
one.
no, I've heard of that. Okay,
It's
yeah.
by
I wouldn't
Satoshi
mind
Kon.
that. We actually got the worst one.
Okay, well, fuck you.
You
What do
wanna
you
watch
mean?
you wanna watch Shape Out of the Water?
Shape of
Hmm?
Water.
Shape Out sorry, I was thinking Fish Out of Water.
Actually,
No,
as,
Perfect
as-
Blue, bro.
as much as you guys are joking, I would watch Shape of Water because
It was
it's a-
good.
It's a Guillermo del Toro film. It's gonna be good.
Okay, it is.
It's
I mean,
also
I've
just
been
really good.
thinking about watching it.
Look, I fuck with the fish. I fuck with the fish sex.
Dude.
Alright.
Calm
I fuck
down.
with the fish
I
sex.
fuck fish.
Aw.
Yeah, I fuck fish.
I should
And
take.
with
I
that,
should
we're
take
gonna
steroids.
leave it this week. Please go home and don't fuck a fish. That's your and don't do an Akira.
Take methamphetamine, steroids, and hit the gym.
Happy
Yes, Kyle?
Halloween.
Happy Halloween! I'm
It's
birthing.
Alex's birthday tomorrow.
I'm birthing.
At the time of recording.
I'm
Reverse.
birthing.
No, I can't say that. I can't say that line.
Aw.
Will be age restricted on YouTube if I say it.
Anyway, bye.
Bye.
Now, Cameron, what were you gonna say?